Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to see how to create an access key and secret key ID, and how we are going to connect using those access key ID and secret key ID in AWS CLI. Let us get into the video. As usual, in order to do this experiment, we need to sign into the AWS console. And for this, you require an personal account where you cannot do this particular experiment in AWS Academy login account. Let me sign into this console, and you can explore more on this particular experiment on creating access keys and secret key ID. And now we're going to connect using this AWS CLI. AWS CLI stands for command line interface. And as usual, I'm going to use my personal account to log into this AWS account. So let me use my credentials and log into this AWS console. So I logged into my personal account. It means that the AWS console. And in order to generate this the AWS access key and secret key ID, uh, you can, there are two different ways. Either you can type IAM here, and you can click IAM using this thing. But in the recent version of AWS, that programmatic access is not available. So let me use the alternate way to generate this access key and secret key ID. Normally, in the previous version of AWS, you can go to IAM. In the users, you can able to see uh, there is an option called, as soon as you click the users, you can create a user. And there would be two options would be given, like one is programmatic access and another one is the user access. But now in the new version of AWS, they have removed this particular option of programmatic access in this creation of IAM user. And in that only, when you use this programmatic access only, you can able to generate the access key and secret key ID. So now this is not possible, so I'm just moving out from this IAM. Let me go into my login, where you can see my login credentials here. There you click that, you can find the tab called security credentials. In that second security credentials, in that second security credentials, you can see the access keys. In the security credentials tab, I'm repeating once again, as usual, click this one. You can go into the security credentials, and in this you can see the option called create access key. So you can go into this particular option called create access key, and it would be asking certain things where you need to continue to create an access key, where you need to enable this checkbox and create this access key. And you can see the access key that is being generated, and a secret access key. So this secret key access key will be visible only one time. So you need to copy this, and you need to store in a safe place where it cannot be visible once again. Like it will be visible only once we create it. So try to keep it in a safe place. For example, you can open notes, sticky notes or notepad or whatever it may be. So I'm opening a notepad. So wait a moment. I want to store my secret key ID in this sticky notes. So just I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to minimize it. That's it. So that's it. So now you can see the secret key that is being created. Okay, secret access copied. Now access key has been created now. So that's it. Our job is over now. So this is a very simple task where you have generated an access key and secret access key. And now we are going to use these two keys for connecting with the AWS CLI. So now you need to install this AWS CLI in your system. So I'll be putting this AWS CLI install on Windows. So I'm typing this one. So I'll use this endpoint URL like how to install or update. It's just an 5 minutes task to install this AWS CLI on your local machine. And we are going to use this access key and secret access key for connecting using this AWS CLI. So I'll keep this description in the, I'll keep this endpoint URL in the description. So you can use the same link to install the Windows. So now I already have installed this AWS CLI on system. Directly, I'm going to the command prompt. Like I'm typing command prompt cmd and I'm just opening this command prompt. Getting time, I think it has opened. So now since I have already installed AWS CLI on the system, so how to check that AWS CLI has been installed or not? I can use this particular command called AWS --- version. It gives the version of this AWS which is installed on my system. So this is the version that I've been installed in my system. So the next command, what I'm going to type is AWS configure. So once I give AWS configure, it asks for AWS access key ID. So where to get this access key ID is like you can see the access key ID. I have copied this access key ID. Then I'm going to paste it here. Control V. Access key copied. Then I'm going to copy here. Control V. Then it asks for secret AWS secret key. I think I have copied this. And I'm going to paste it here. And then the default region, the same thing, like you are going to give US East 1, same thing, US-East-1. And the same thing like output format, JSON. So now it has been connected. Now you can type any AWS CLI commands on this. For example, I can type like AWS configure list. So you can see the configured list like the access key, secret key, and the region, everything there. Likewise, like you can use any AWS CLI commands, and you can able to check in this CLI command prompt. So likewise, there are a lot of CLI commands are there in that manual. So in the description, like I'm going to give like the various AWS CLI commands as well as the description for downloading these AWS CLI for Windows or Linux or Mac. So that description link will be applicable for all kind of operating system. So you have to use the description. You can install it, and you can able to know like how you are going to generate this access key and secret key, and after generating like how you are going to connect using this AWS CLI. So the installation is a very important part. So before you do this experiment, you need to install this AWS CLI, and then only like we can able to proceed with this experiment. Thank you all for watching this video. Thank you.